Do you believe in all the stories that they told us by our bedside? Dream on the horizon until we met or left. I analyzing text, but I have never been a tech guy. Form follows function. Y'all be with the messing with my posture, bending over backwards for people trying to mock us. We looking like a mock-up, copied every spot, but can't ignore the shortcuts presented, cause the population knows us. The pros lifting weights, the cons getting smaller by the day. I guess it all depends on if you're looking that way. When it's past, I just hope we get to add to the game. If not, I'm Vince Carter and I'm bowing out with grace. But the world is in shambles. Light another candle. Souls meeting angels. You working on your angles, adding to the shade like Bad Baby's face. And sadly, I wouldn't want it any other way. So, hey, so tell me what is true. Don't go, I need you to tell.
The city of angels, Hollywood just should be celebrated. Throw a parade already, whether you win a championship or not. This man was a bona fide scrub. He can't play. No disrespect whatsoever, but I'm sorry to tell everybody the truth. The man cannot play the game of basketball. He has small hands. He can't catch the ball. He's got bad feet. He can't really move, even though he's mobile. Doesn't really know what he's doing. Doesn't have a post move that he puts to memory that he can do 2 times in a row. He has no game whatsoever. Plays no defense. Doesn't have the heart, the passion, or anything that comes with it. And you're asking me whether they gave up too much? Please, the Los Angeles Lakers knew exactly what they were doing. They should be celebrating right now. And Kobe Bryant should be.
I hope everybody's doing well. My name is Floco Torres. I hope it sounds good out there to you tonight. Don't let the horns fool you. This ain't no jovial. Propose a toast while I'm holding my, like Slick Rick in 89. The older and the colder I get, let's differentiate what you and I on. This ain't no Soviet. I ain't a traitor, but my traits can sway the vote in this. Frank Lucas with the hat and mink coat, and this I'm on another level. My whole life in transition. It's hard for you to pander even through the pandemic. Grandpop slave bricks, my foundation. So if you understand that, you'll understand why I'm ready to throw bricks every time they Not to mention my parents introduced me to addiction. Used to bottle up the pain back in dying conditions. And I dye my hair now cause I could die any minute. Rode a bike to the party, still got the most attention. Snap a halo in half, that's how quick they started switching. Ooh. Woo. Don't let the horns fool you. Don't let these songs fool you. They ain't as nice when the pressure is on. Talk crazy, then they want to resolve it. My ego's cautious. I hate wearing stuff that I just cause, cause I get checks signed, but I can make them dissolve. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk circa 2012. I only know the wins cause I took a lot of L's. I only know that BS when I'm thinking to myself, you couldn't read the room, how you reading to execs? Taking shots from the kitchen to the venues and having games from the kitchen to the living room. I'm talking access and ownership. I'm talking making your money and not saying. We need to normalize moving in silence. And remember, everybody in here came with a BS bias. We only brought the band cause the band's increased. We gon' still get these bars and beats. Please don't let the horns fool you.
We'll be right back after these messages on NCL.
Safety.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3
This song's called Homecoming. What if we never go home? And this is all that we know. We lost our control and just let all of it go. What if we never go home? What if we lost our control and just let all of it? We ain't really know how hard it was till we realized this affects all of us. And truth be told, no, I ain't never been a homebody. I make a home in every city like a father in the 60s. We all family now, so we gon' break bread like Jesus now. Then change locations to match with the seasons. Who would've thought things crumble this easy? What we all thinking right now? What if you told them how you feel just one time? All the things never said get in one line, and we gon' figure this out before sundown. Trying to release all control so everything isn't so uncomfortable. And soon as I can, I'ma hit the road in search of a space we could all call home. What if we never go home? And this is all that we know. What if we lost our control and just let all of it go? What if we never go home? Hey! And this is all that we know. What if we lost our control? We ain't really know how hard it was till every home turned into officers. Truth be told, we all probably had a drinking problem, but now it's justified. Just call it a sign of the times, like Harry Styles. ISO in the stores, they've been clearing out. And if you ain't heard these times, it's uncertain, only cause they said it in every single commercial. Either the writings on the wall or the writers is more boxed in than before. Remember when your mom said it won't take long? This is before all of the kids had phones. And you just wanna make it back home. Make it back home with the street lights on. And they can't tell you when it's gonna be over. Sit tight now. I want the days where we got it all. We got it all. We got it all. Oh. Ooh. Hey. Ooh. 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 So again, my name is Floco Torres. Thank you so much for having me, kentcore. Appreciate y'all. I hope it sounds well to everybody that's listening out there in your living rooms, in your kitchens. Call me right now, 1-800-FLOCO, for all your tarot readings, for all your advice. I'm not gonna answer. It's just not gonna happen. But I appreciate you tuning in right now. I hope you enjoy the music. Everything you've heard so far, you can find on Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, whatever your advice is, you know, whatever you like to do. This next song is for Akron, Ohio. That's what I rep right now. It's called Bounce Back Like Rubber. I hope you enjoy it.
I've saved hundreds a month, and overall,
maybe Rose is smart enough to recognize in himself as well that he'd rather be in a more metropolitan area.
Played a couple years.
You're gonna finish strong. Somebody make some noise in here.
brought the subs out this evening. Years in this game, you should know what it is. About to take the city higher than a Goodyear blimp. Not long lived, but be the RIP to the pimp. Independent legends on any spectrum. I guess I was destined. Go and pay my own route. While you broke in the city talking about who sold out. Here you say you hungry, standing with a closed mouth. Repping all these brands for free and they won't give you a towel. Wipe your brow, drowning in your thirst level. Every verse I drop a bezel, encrusted jewel, help you reach the next level. Whatever, wherever that is, cause we was down for it in my end. But every time we just bounce, bounce. Yeah, bounce, bounce, bounce back like rubber. We just bounce, bounce, bounce. We just bounce, bounce, bounce back like rubber. We just bounce, 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 bounce. Bounce, bounce, bounce back like rubber. We just bounce, 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 bounce. Woo! Northeast Ohio with the flex, with the flex. Winter time, hope you make it to the next, to the next. When you rep your city, say it with your chest. Don't let them say your name if they ain't talking respect. Now I got them saying. Just a little quick one. Quick one for you. Again, that song is called Bounce Back Like Rubber. It's off my album called Nobody Cares News. You can find that wherever you listen to music. It's a little thing I came up with, you know, because nobody cares. You understand, right? We understand each other. That's what's up. Again, Floco Torres, Floco. It's only one C. Torres. If you'd like to call me directly, make sure you hit me up at 1-800-FLOCO. I won't answer, but just try it and see what happens. This next song is off of Nobody Cares News as well. This song is called Chance. It's about hating your job. I like this job. Some of my other jobs, ask me on Tuesday. Now I've been standing in this mirror for about 20 minutes straight, expecting a few wrinkles in my face. I woke up early for work, but now I'm just expecting to be late. Probably some sort of board inspection today. I'm bored with this job, not ready to accept it today. And now I'm trying to think positive. Today'll be great. I haven't seen the evidence to back up on this sentiment. I'm feeling like God isn't listening to whoever you pray to. None of the famous folks I can relate to. They tell me that they made it, but not by how they get through the everyday grind. You're wondering why you try. I think I'm losing my mind. My mama said I'll be fine, and I want to see her good. So I look at the time. I grab my socks and put my boots on one at a time. And if my boss start tripping cause I came in late again, I'ma let them talk and put my headphones in. It's alright, it's alright, it's okay, it's okay, cause I'ma get my life together today. It's alright, it's alright, it's okay, cause I'ma get my life together today. Now who said we gotta be in love? Cause I know we might not be right where we want. I might not be right where I want it, but I could be dead or in jail or with warrants. And up on the side of the city, they rarely just hit us with warnings. They put us behind a good hip-hop performance. That's bars. My homie went to court for assault and battery. That's charged. And he won't be home till March. They never gave us a plan, that's why we made one up. That's why the homies get off work and gotta blaze one up. And these people doing things to acknowledge the fact that them followers won't help you pay them student loans back. It's all good, baby. We all running through the maze. I see you at the bar on Thursdays. And for those couple hours, let's just live like we figured it out. Until the day we all figure it out. No summer, it's alright, it's alright. It's okay, cause I'ma get my life together today. It's alright, it's alright. It's okay, cause I'ma get my life together today. Now who said we gotta be in love? Now who said we gotta be in love? 'Cause I know we might not be right where we wanna be. Well, all right now. See, that's why I brought the rainbow machine. That's like my applause. Because I was like, it's gonna be silent when the song is done. So I'll just make that weird noise like this. Woo! It's like there's 100 people safely in here. If the capacity is 1,000, shout out Mike DeWine. Or is that his name, Mike? Is it Mike? Or is it George? Is it George DeWine? It's not George DeWine. I said that on camera. Wow. Y'all can edit that out, right? I should know who the governor is, you know. I've only been here 4 years, you know, cut me some slack. They hold that seat for a very long time, you know. He might turn into a George. He might feel like Mike is not a good one. I completely botched the intro that was supposed to actually happen there because we started talking about if DeWine's name is Mike or George, and it's Mike. Shout out to you, Mike. This goes out to you. There's the segue. This song is called You. This is my last song tonight. Thank you so much, Kentcore, for having me. I hope everybody enjoyed themselves. In your kitchens, in your living rooms, wherever you are. 3, 2, 1, and it goes. Just rock with it. Just rock with it. Not just. Woo! Hey. Fell in love during the summer. Mom's a lover, pop's a hustler. So no wonder I'm a lover and a writer. I was a bright-eyed kid with no prior record of records to push. Around the time nobody wanted to have a regular look. We all wanted to be from outer space. Maybe subconsciously we all knew the planet's almost done anyway. Cause I'm just trying to dodge my thoughts in cemeteries. I only said I'd stay down here till February. Some of the best situations seem temporary. It turned out great. They think I'm a visionary, but I'm really just a man with the balls to care. A big heart and some curled up hair. Baby, it's a big world out there. I wanna see it all and maybe I'll come back to you. Maybe I'll come back to you if your name is George, or Mike, or Tim. He could be like a Tom, too. He could be like a Tom DeWine. Like, yeah, he could be a Jeff DeWine. You know what I'm saying? Like, Mike ain't the only name he could have got. I'm just saying. I've always been hungry for success, but we live in a greedy society, so sometimes you gotta look past your belly and find yourself, cause you might be and don't know it. Sometimes I care but can't show it. I thought we agreed on where it was all going, cause you started making lofty promises on how we would live. I went along with it to save face, and I made you an anthem to play. We still reminisce about it to this day, but it wasn't enough. It's like the only way to be happy with you is wait around for you to catch up. And that ain't love, that's staying together for cheap rent. Stuck on the days that done came and went. But life has a way to showing you who's who, so no matter where I go, it always comes back to you. And while I'm here and I'm using my platform irresponsibly, let me say something really responsible. Everybody should be supporting the WNBA. Everybody should be supporting the women's basketball team and NCAA and the youth, all of that. I put my life on the line so we could all get some. You put your life online so you could play the victim. Funny that the artist who originally made this said don't become a bass in a city full of bait fish. Now you encouraged me to take chances, and now that I'm taking another one, you seem antsy. Not to mention for the work I do, all the cats that tried to play me, I feel I know that I'm different. I know I might have had a little too much whiskey. I thought that I was making a difference, and maybe I was. Maybe this is a break and it's not for a breakup. I just want to feel like the time we spent was never wasted. They want me to badmouth, I still never say it. And we're both better because we met. I hope all these memories you, hey, now just rock with it, now just rock with it, now just rock with it, hey, 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 woo, woo. This is for you, you, and you, and you.
I can't help it, I can't help how I feel. And I can't tell you, I can't tell if it's real.
And there you go. My name is Floco Torres. Peace.
Hey everyone, I'm Jacob. We just had a great performance by Floco Torres, and now it's time to ask him a few questions. So, Floco, if you mind if I call you that, where are you from?
I'm from Willingboro, New Jersey. I moved to Akron, Ohio by way of Macon, Georgia. So yeah.
All right, that's awesome. How long? So you mentioned earlier in between the songs that you've been in Akron for 5 years?
It was 4 years,
4 years.
January 9th this year.
Okay,
So,
awesome.
Yeah.
Do you have, so what kind of like brought you to Akron? Was it music? Was it like jobs or?
I think a little bit of all those things. Just being able to move around and see what was out there. But I've always been I've never kind of chased. Everybody's running to the city, right? You know what I'm saying? Like I've never really done any of that stuff. So Akron seemed like one of those places that it was like big enough for a city, but small enough where you could really kind of enjoy experiences. So that's kind of where I ended up landing.
Yeah, absolutely. That's awesome. So you're a rap artist. So I'm gonna ask, who are some of your favorite rappers, or I guess not even rappers, but just like musical artists in general?
Well, I think the pandemic ruined a lot of that because I had to like relearn how to listen to music starting in September because I didn't listen to anything.
Yeah.
Because I realized how much of what I was listening to was travel, commute, listening to stuff on the way to shows and things like that. All the classics are the easiest things to say. Obviously, the Biggies, the Jay-Z's, the Nas, Lupe Fiascos. But then there's stuff I've always said, Kid Cudi, St. Vincent. Trying to think of stuff I'm listening to now. It's just like Victoria Monet. Like I listen to everything. Like I'm one of those New Music Friday people where I just go, I pull up, I use Tidal, so I pull up Tidal and I'm just like, oh, I like that artwork. I like that band name. Let me just kind of see.
Okay, that's awesome.
So yeah.
You mentioned the artwork. Is there any like favorite cover arts that you have? Like any really sick like album covers that you like?
Of mine or just in general?
Well, I guess both. Yeah, I'd love to hear. Yeah, I guess yours first, definitely.
I think I think I'm fire.
Yeah,
so, I think a lot of my joints are super dope. I think some of my recent stuff that I did last year during the pandemic was really dope because I was kind of stretching myself. Like the song I did, Homecoming, the artwork I did for that was the first time I learned how to do 3D, like isometric, I think they called it, like stuff.
Yeah, like 3D rendering and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
But Paula Scher is a just amazing, legendary designer, visionary, and stuff like that. And she did a lot of artwork in the 70s and when she first got started. So like that's kind of always where I start. And then it's like Max Uber, anybody that I'm into that is from like Berlin or some of Switzerland. Like there's a lot of dope graphic design that comes out of Switzerland. So I just kind of absorb everything and just see what happens. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's really cool. I really like your horns cover. I think it's like super, I don't know, it's just super cool. And it's my favorite song too. So
appreciate it.
But yeah, no problem. Also, now that we're back on music, I noticed you really like to use samples. You use samples in your transitions. I heard Stephen A. Are there I guess when you're like picking out samples, is it mostly like you're looking for something in particular, or maybe you're like watching TV and you like hear something you really like? I guess kind of like, how's that process for you?
It's a little bit of both. Like
Okay.
I'll hear some things. I'll be watching TV or watching SportsCenter or something like that. Or sometimes when I put my sets together, there's a story that I'm trying to tell, and it's not necessarily for me to spell it out for you. You got to go home thinking, why was Stephen A. Smith before Don't Let the Horns Fool You? You know what I'm saying? Like that's
absolutely.
So sometimes it depends on the situation, but I just, like I said, I try to absorb and pull from everything. And then sampling is just a part of hip hop, is part of black music. It's starting to come out more. They were sampling in jazz. You know what I'm saying? Like Coltrane would just break out somebody else's riff just to show that he could do it, and then like go back to, you know what I'm saying? So that's just a part of the culture that I grew up in.
Yeah, I really love sampling in music. I listen to a lot of rap music. I guess in terms of like producers or people who have used like really cool samples, what's like one of your favorite samples that you've ever heard?
Oh man, that's a great question. I don't think anybody's ever asked me that. You know what? It's not a well-known thing, but there's a buddy of mine that I've been making music with and stuff for years. His name is Lester London, and he has an EP called Crowns and Confidence, and the song Training Waters. I believe there's a sample in that. I believe, like, and if it's not, it's crazy that he made it sound the way that it sounds. So it's like Training Waters, and then he has this song after that. I can't remember the track list, but like, yeah, that's it. Back to the absorbing thing. It's just like homies around me and people that I've worked with, they'll do stuff that I'm just like, I haven't heard anyone do it this way. You know what I'm saying? And then if I want to go mainstream, I would say Jay-Z, You Don't Know, because Just Blaze, that sample is crazy.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, that's a good sample for sure. I really like, I don't know, I really like MF Doom, like his sampling style. I mean, rest in peace. But I don't know. I really like how he uses cartoons. I love cartoons and how he like ties that into kind of like the narrative of like his music, kind of like you mentioned earlier. But yeah, so I guess I'm just gonna ask you, how did COVID kind of affect your music career? What were some trials and tribulations, and what were some like good things that came out of it?
I think the trials are just, I'm not a numbers chaser. I've never been that. Like, I don't care about Spotify numbers or nothing like that. Like, I care about the people that come to shows. I care about the people that buy T-shirts and follow and share with their friends. So when everything slowed down and it went to, the industry had already been moving in that direction where it's just like only numbers, that started to happen, and I was just like, and I was very insecure the first couple months, and I was just like, I got to get back to what I do. What I do well, and the people that are interested in it, and that's like the plus side. It made me slow down and be like, I'm gonna just get back to what I do, and if people like it, cool. If not, I'm not really here for that. So.
All right, well, that's awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming on the show. Another great performance. That was awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank y'all.
So that's it for this episode. Again, that was Floco Torres. Check him out on your music streaming platform of choice, and join us next week at 9 p.m. When we have another artist. I just want to say thanks for watching, guys, and go Flashes. I don't know what to say.